Imagine handing your life to someone you love, only to watch them laugh as it all disappears. That's what my grandson did to me, and the pain? It cut deeper than drowning. I'm Walter, 67, retired from running a small-town hardware store in Cedar Creek, Ohio. Mornings start with black coffee on the porch, the smell of dew on grass, old leather boots by the door, and pictures of grandchildren staring at me from the mantel. Life was simple, steady, until trust turned to betrayal. I spent decades building my family's future with my own hands, long days behind the counter, nights fixing fences for neighbors, and weekends volunteering at the firehouse. Every sacrifice, every tired muscle and aching back, was worth seeing my family thrive. Jason, my grandson, had always been bright, but lately, entitlement replaced gratitude. He barely acknowledged my struggles, brushed off my advice, and dismissed my decades of hard work. "You're too old to understand, Grandpa," he sneered one evening, scrolling on his phone. "Times are different now." His words weren't just dismissive, they were knives twisting in the backbone of every lesson I'd tried to teach him. And yet, I held hope. I thought family meant loyalty, respect, love, but beneath that youthful arrogance, a storm was brewing, one I could not have anticipated. Little did I know, the water I'd soon sink into wasn't just a metaphor, it was the life I'd built, and Jason was about to push me under. The day it happened, I remember the cold sting of disbelief. My retirement account vanished, my house signed over without my consent, my small-town store, my life's work sold out from under me. "I figured you wouldn't understand, Grandpa," Jason smirked, leaning back in my favorite chair, arms crossed. "You're old, this world moves fast, you can't keep up." I sank into the chair opposite him, numb, heart hammering against decades of hope and trust. The betrayal wasn't just financial, it was intimate, soul-crushing. Every late night I spent teaching him values, every dollar saved, every sacrifice, gone. He laughed, and in that moment, I realized something terrifying. Some wounds go deeper than water. I didn't scream, I didn't fight back with anger. I had something better: time, experience, patience. I watched Jason fumble through his arrogance, his impulsiveness, every move he made, every overconfidence-fueled decision. I quietly noted. Weeks passed. I consulted old friends, bankers, and the law. Each step was deliberate, each action a patient maneuver. I leveraged his own mistakes against him, quietly gathering evidence of mismanagement, fraud, and arrogance. In my own home, I planned like a general plotting a battle. I knew the right moment would come, and when it did, Jason's laughter would echo back. But this time, the world would hear it as his downfall, not mine. The panic started small: texts unanswered, emails ignored, phone calls missed. Jason's arrogance had blinded him to how fragile his world truly was. Neighbors began whispering, friends quietly questioning. I stayed calm, walking my quiet streets, sipping coffee on the porch, letting him unravel. Every reckless financial move, every boastful social media post, became another thread in the net I was weaving. The younger generation had dismissed me, called me slow, irrelevant, yet, while Jason scrambled and stumbled, I remained steady. The tension was electric, like watching a storm form over the horizon, silent, inevitable, and devastating. The day of reckoning came during the town hall meeting. Jason's big announcement about taking over the family's old business. Pride swelled in his chest as he spoke to the gathered crowd, oblivious to the trap I had set. I stepped forward, calm, steady. Every document, every account mismanaged, every act of betrayal, laid bare before friends, family, and neighbors. The gasps of recognition, the whispers of shock, they were deafening. Jason's face turned pale as his arrogance crumbled in real time. He tried to argue, to deflect, but the evidence was undeniable, and when the community applauded, my dignity restored in plain view, I realized that true revenge isn't rage, it's justice, quietly served with patience and wisdom. Jason vanished from Cedar Creek, humiliated and isolated. I walked my porch at sunset, listening to the quiet hum of a town that knew the truth. Life had taught me that loyalty, integrity, and hard work mattered more than fleeting pride. Betrayal hurts, yes, but reclaiming dignity, even late in life, is a triumph that no one can steal. If life has taught me anything, it's that patience and wisdom outlast youthful arrogance. Even in our later years, we can reclaim our power, our dignity, our peace. Have you ever faced betrayal that cut deeper than you imagined? Share your story below, and remember, resilience never ages.